Hi, I'm Wendell G. Welcome back to the Weeble. You want bonus coverage? You got it. You want more episodes? You got it. You want Kyle Femister? You got it. You want a review of the way bullpens are set up around the league right now today? You got it. So, blame this on Rad Pants. He got me interested in the way he had his 6th, 7th, and 8th inning setup guys and a closer. So I'm about to treat you to a whirlwind tour of the WBL bullpen rosterizations. And we're going to start from the bottom and work our way up. Start with the Soul Men on the Soul Train. Here is a very standard setup, except, man, you can see Carl's running light down here in Soul. It says we got 11 guys, but there's only 12 guys, but I only count 11 here. Somebody ain't accounted for. Somebody ain't accounted for up there. Who is it? Who it is? That guy, Dominique Foreman. He must have just got a call up. You need to assign. Wait a minute. No, he's a third baseman. He's a third baseman. Must have some pitching capabilities. So Carl's running a 11-man bullpen, standard 5-man rotation. He's running it in strict order with 6 guys in the pen, 3 middle relief, normal usage. Aldred Yakins is used as a setup at 7th inning or later. Kaffir Stonestreet set up 8th inning or later with a secondary role of closer. And Kyle Femister is set up as a closer 8th inning or later. And Femister already has 6 saves. He's got a high ERA. He probably got lit up a game or two, but he's got 6 saves. This is interesting for a closer. I've heard it traditionally said that you want your highest strikeout guy in the closer position, but I often see guys with high movement at closer instead, because what you don't want to do is give up a home run in the final inning, right? It almost needs to be almost situational, but anyway, so Femister has just about the lowest strikeout per 9 ratio you're going to see from any of our closers. It's just an interesting way of doing it. I'm not knocking anything. Here's my staff, Moscow, very traditional. You can tell I grew up watching baseball back in the day. I've got 13 guys in the pen, and I'm running a 6-man rotation right now. I just added Jose Rivas to the rotation. You see I'm running Nico, Bing, Mason, Sasaki, Marrero, and Rivas. Rivas was just added. He was in the pen. My 5 relievers running standard middle relief: Favela, Jamal, Munoz, Martinez, and Abbott. I've gotten Favela and Jamal set up to use more often. Abbott set to use less often. He's struggled, and I want to rest him a little bit. And I've got secondary roles set up for all 5 of these guys. I went to school on somebody else here on the boards in thinking about setting up secondary roles, and I can't really tell you who it is at the moment. It'll come to me later. Pablo Vasquez is running set up at 8th inning or later, and he's also a secondary lefty specialist. And Nicholas Brune has earned our closing role with he'll come in at 9th or later innings. Brune has a 6.4 strikeout per 9 ratio. You see the guy who stands out here is Pablo Vasquez with a high strikeout per 9 ratio. That's partly swayed because he's been working as a loogie earlier in the season. I started to say earlier in the semester. Okay, so that's the way I've got my bullpen structured. Very standard, but it's a big bullpen. If Rivas wasn't closing, I'd have 8 guys. I mean, if Rivas wasn't in the rotation right now, I'd have 8 guys in the pen. So that's my pen, and I'm probably going to make some changes. Here's Vegas. Look at how Vegas is doing this. This is pretty cool. Gary Zhao is set up as the closer to come in 9th inning or later. He's got 5 saves. Eric Sutton's running set up 8th inning or later. Jorma Joko Kakonen and Jose Barron are running middle relief at normal usage. Arthur Everett is set up and designated as the long relief specialist solely. Vic Wilkins and Tolentino Camara are both set up as loogies with secondary roles of middle relief and long relief, respectively. Very interesting. This is teaching me a thing or two about about this process. And you can see Vegas's guys are on pitch counts. He's running a strict 5-man rotation as well. What I didn't show you about my guys is I've got everybody set up on pitch counts. Nico has struggled, and I'll show you if I can find him. Yeah, he's gotten blown up a couple of times. 11 earned runs in 15 innings. Not as traditional Nico year, right? 6.32 ERA. His last 2 starts, he struggled badly. And I have noticed a bit of a trend. When I see a veteran starting pitcher struggle a couple of games in a row, it seems to be followed up by injury, as if there's already an injury there that just hasn't manifested yet. So I'm going back and forth over whether to pull Nico out of the rotation and put him in the bullpen in middle relief and use him less often for a month or so, but I haven't decided yet. I may do that next time. Anyway, what I want to show you was I'm running a 6-man rotation in a strict order, on occasion using the highest rested individual. And that's in case the AI gets flaky and starts flipping around people. So, and starting people out of order. Key West. Dun, dun, dun. Key West is running Amin Duchesne as their closer. He has got 8 saves already, a big part of this Key West resurgence. And you can see he's got 10 strikeouts, about 10.6 strikeouts per 9 innings, about a strikeout per inning pitched. And that's very traditional for a closer, high strikeout rate. He's got 2 setup guys, a lefty and a righty, Tovar and Heathcote. Heathcote comes in 8th inning or later, has a secondary role as closer. Tovar comes in 7th inning or later, has a secondary role as lefty specialist. Bruce and Evans both run middle relief, normal usage with Evans in long relief as the secondary role. Levi Newell is he's a right-hander used solely against right-handers in his primary role, but he also works middle relief. And Cormac Kinman is an emergency starting pitcher, is also used in long relief. I think it was Guksta that I went to school on with all these secondary roles. Yeah, that's who it was. And then Guksta's rotation is 5-man strict order. You see, so far I'm the only odd man out here. Everybody's running 5-man strict order. Guksta's on a 95 pitch count. I think it's really smart early in the year to have a lower pitch count and just gradually, let the reins loose a little bit as their arms get stronger. That's just been how I've been running the railroad for a million years down here. Kabul. Amar Leduc is the closer, 9th inning or later, 5 saves. 2 setup guys, a left one and a right one. Brad Weeks is the lefty, 7th inning or later. Salvador Camelier set up 8th inning or later. And you can see they both have secondary roles. And Ben Tamir, Camille Jalil, Kent Smith, all in middle relief. And Carlos Nardone, emergency starting pitcher with a long relief role. He's got a lot of strikeouts too. Oh, I'm sorry. Leduc has a lot of strikeouts, about 2 strikeouts per inning. What a fantastic rate for a closer. Nardone has a high ERA. That's what drew my eye. And that's why he's in sort of the, what do you call it? The cleanup role, mop-up role. Okay, what next? Homicide's running a 10.06 ERA. Yikes. It's Kabul. Next on our Whirlwind Tour stop is Istanbul. Not Constantinople 5-man rotation, but they're running a strict, on occasion highest rested rotation mode. Fod is running the Godfather is running a strict closer role with a perfect ERA and 5 saves. Jabiri and Pierron are splitting setup, 7th inning and 8th or later. Tom Zhang, Gomez, and Jamie Lee are all running middle relief. Diego Arroyo is a loogie, purely a loogie. So, man, I love the specialization in these bullpens. You guys are amazing. I feel like I've been stuck in the 13th century here. Baseball 13th century or something. Housing Board. Talk about the 13th century. Let's take a step back to the 12th century. Here is Housing Board. Housing Board, bullpen. Everybody, this is you know what? Orlando's a Marxist. He says, everybody have same role. Nobody have special title. Same role. You want closer? Okay. Okay. You closer. He's running a 6-man rotation. He said Nah is up for a bid. He's taking offers for Nah. Nah's had a rocky start to the year. Good God, this just makes me want to puke right now. Look at those ERAs. 1.98 to 3.04. That's what you want to see in your rotation right there. So he's set up with a 6-man rotation in a strict order. Let's see. That's Helsingborg. Pretty interesting, huh? Everybody set up middle relief. No special privilege here. Look at all these guys, man. This is great. Helsingborg's having a hell of a year. Orlando has worked really hard for a long time, doing a lot of deals, some good, some not so good, to set up this kind of a situation. So, it didn't happen overnight. He's been working towards it since, I don't know, for at least, 5 seasons now? So, more power to him. If you hear me getting all angry, it's just jelly. False Bay, quite unexpectedly, is in the third place right now. Good enough to get in, like JD says, if he gets into the wild card matchup, more games, and more games means more revenue. So, currently sitting in, I guess they call it the catbird seat in NASCAR. He's got the traditional bullpen. He's got 5 guys set up in traditional middle relief roles, normal usage, no specializations. Lucio Ramos is running setup 8th inning or later, and Abdul Sabur bin something Abbas is running closer role. What's your last name, dude? Ben Abudin is running typical closer role with a great 12.3 strikeout per 9 inning rate and 6 saves already. This is really good stuff, guys. This is good. Hope you're enjoying this like I am. False Bay. Now we're into the back 9. Dublin. We just talked about Dublin. 3 setup guys, 1 for the 6th, 1 for the 7th, 1 for the 8th, and then a closer for the 9th. 2 middle relievers, normal usage, and then a loogie. Fascinating setup, man. I like it. And his rotation is a 5-man rotation with strict, on occasion, highest rested. Nobody's on a pitch count except Arteaga. Let's back up real quick to False Bay. No, none of the False Bay pitchers are on a pitch count. Look at Kasib, 0.86 ERA. Zach Campbell, last resort, 1.13. Good night ERA. 5-man rotation, strict order. Woo, Nelly. Cairo, the King Tuts, are running a 5-man rotation, strict order. Paul Chester's, oh my goodness, 0.66 ERA. I am so jelly right now, man. Tang, Reptile, 2.74 ERA. Everybody's on a pitch count. Everybody on a different pitch count. Look at that, 92 pitch count for Wu Lee. We're getting micromanaging here. In the pen, it's a more or less traditional pen with 4 guys in middle reliefs. Alta Gracia is being used more often. The Bishop is in a normal usage in the pen. Probably just grooming him for a starting rotation role soon. Rute Zarito and Shane Raitt are both running setup, with Zarito having a secondary role as closer. And then Hyun Tai Kim is the closer at 9th inning. It's a 12.4 K per 9 standard type of K per 9 for a closer. Traditional, I should say. Cairo, man, these guys bonking their way to success, one bonk at a time. Buffalo, running a 5-man rotation, strict, on occasion highest rested. Raul Robles having a great start to the season, 1.48 ERA, fantastic. Number 3. Peter Nicholson is the closer. He has 2 saves, 12.6 strikeouts per 9 inning, averaging 2.5 strikeouts per inning pitch so far. Good night. Seanan McVay, I keep wanting to say Sean, running setup, 7th inning or later. That's a little bit different with a secondary role of closer. Now we've got 4 guys in middle relief with 2 specialties, setup and lefty specialist, and then Alfredo Roman running long relief, and with 0 appearances so far. Orlando told me once that long relief basically guarantees very few appearances, very few innings. So, I'm inclined, after seeing that data, to think that I will only use long relief as a secondary role unless I have a guy to. I don't know, man. I don't know. That's Buffalo. Buenos Nachos. Running a 5-man rotation. Everybody on like 100 and sub 100 pitch count. Strict on occasion highest rested. Look at the number. All these number threes having great years. Ben Ajar is having a 1.88 ERA type year, 3 wins and 1 loss. Man. Joel Millen at the bottom of the rotation, 3-1 also. In the pen, we got 7 relievers, 3 normal middle relief guys. Sick. Shitsky. Tricky Oshitsky. He's got 3 normal middle relief guys, 3 setup guys, 6th, 7th, and 8th, just like dubstep. And then the 9th inning closer, Edgardo Jesus. Save me, Jesus Garcia. I need that guy. I need that guy so bad in Moscow, but I can't afford him. He's already got 5 saves on the year, running an outstanding 14.3 strikeouts per 9 inning. He's pitched 5.2 innings, got 14. This guy's averaging almost 3 strikeouts per inning, man. If you can't get on base, you're not gonna hurt. You're not gonna score. So, Edgardo Garcia. I guess you could. I guess wild pitch, right? Wild pitch, stolen base, sacrifice fly, passed ball. There you go. Unearned run. So this is a fascinating pen that Oshitsky has set up here. 5-man rotation, strict, on occasion highest rested. Buenos Nachos. Berlin Bombers. 5-man rotation. Hapgood. What's wrong with him? 7.88 ERA. He's got the Moscow sickness going on. 7.88 ERA for old Randy. And his rotation mode, notice this, always start highest rested. What OTP does is basically your number 1 guy, it's going to start him as many times as possible. As soon as he gets rested, it starts him. So you're going to see exactly this kind of distribution, and it's going to elongate throughout the season, where your number 1 guy will have more and more and more starts. Every time, as soon as he's rested, next game is his. And that's what the always start highest rested mode is going to do for you. So that's a fascinating rotation mode set up by Rutgers Mike. And he's got the Brutus Baraka, the closer, has 5 saves. Chang and Yusuf are the setup men at 7th and 8th innings. Roman, Mwalimu, and Santero are 3 standard middle relief role guys. Junk Stick Kim had a pretty good start to the year, 3.91 ERA and 2-0. Pretty good. Hapgood. What's his nickname? Hapgood. Snuffy. Snuffy is. He ain't getting. He's got the bad luck filing on him this year. 0-3, 7.88 ERA. Next on the list after Berlin, next landing, Baton Rouge. 5-man rotation, strict order, and Juan Sanchez and Dung Sa are both having good years at the bottom of the rotation. Baton Rouge has very fascinating. Look at this. They got an 11-man pitching squad, 6 in the bullpen, 2 standard middle relievers, 2 setup guys, and 2 closers. Isn't that interesting? So these middle relievers, look at this. 11, 10, 11, 5, 7, 3. They're not getting overworked. These 5 starters, they're not on a pitch count. So basically they're going to pitch until the AI decides to pull them, which is why the pen is not getting quite so much work. And of course you know that you keep the guys on a 90 and 100 pitch count, the bullpen's going to get a lot more work, right? So as you open up the pitch count later in the season, in the coming month or so, you can probably afford to send one of your bullpen guys down and bring up another bat in your position lineups. So I'm talking to myself. I'm taking notes. Australia. is running a 4-man rotation in strict order. Oh, there's the original junk stick, Kim. Dr. Sad is rocking a 2.25 ERA and a 3-1 win-loss record. You go, Dr. Sad. And we've got a 7-man bullpen. 7-man bullpen. So this way you can get by with just 11 guys on the pitching staff and 14 guys and position players and DH. So that you can really tick and tack and set up all your situational stuff, your hitting and whatnot, and pinch running and pinch hitting. Closer Yasser Yilmaz has got 5 saves so far. Nicholas Urich has got a save from the setup position. And Massey, Tanaka, Johnston, Cortez are normal middle relievers. John Kim is running long relief and emergency duty as a starting pitcher. And finally, Amsterdam. Aren't you guys loving this? Look at the kind of variety we've got here. I mean, this is kind of what I expected and what I never really thought out of the box. 5-man rotation, strict, on occasion highest rested. How's Rat doing? 4.79 ERA. Wow, man. Even Okada is getting hammered. Raul Torres. Well, OU, you just got to, give them time and just let them take their knocks. They'll pull out of it. Just stay the course. Stay the course. Stay the course. Just like me. We're going to stay the course. We're going to ride this Titanic to the bottom, man. We're going to be with it when it plows down into the bottom mud 2 miles below. So, how is Amsterdam's bullpen? We got 7 guys in the pen. 4 are set as middle relievers. Kitamura is set to use more often. He's only getting... He's not being used more often, though. He's only got 4.1 innings pitched. But look at these fantastic K per 9. See, this is what's going to give OU happy faces at night. 17.7 strikeouts per 9 inning for Karpinkov. 5 saves. Only 5 saves so far. But they'll be pulling out of that funk sooner or later, probably sooner. 2 setup guys, both righties, both set up to go 8th inning or later, both splitting the work, 7 innings apiece. And then the 4 relief crew, where Colomo has gotten a whole lot of work, maybe because he's been working long relief. He's almost gotten starting pitching, starting rotation duty. Maybe he got pulled from the starting rotation. I don't know. Well, there you have it. I just wanted to, I thought that was really fascinating. And I'll just stop here because I thought it was, well, no, I won't stop here. You know what? Let's do one more thing. I can't resist. I'm just like this in the classroom. Just all off on a tangent about everything. Pitching stats. 1, give me who has got the most innings pitched so far in the league. Mustafa Kasib. No surprise. The dude, what is surprising, the dude has started 4 games, has no decisions. 0 decisions. But he's rocking 0.48 ERA, 0.64 whip. Almost as surprising, Nicodemus Hellman, Moscow. He's got 5 starts this season. 5 starts, 0-0, no decisions. Wait a minute. No, this ain't right. I'm sorry. Split. Hold on. Bear with me. Let's go to overall. Here we go. This makes sense. Now we're making sense. Now we're cooking with gas. I'm sorry. I had it split lefties. Okay. You guys are going, what? Has anybody got more than 5 games started? Only 4 guys have started 5 games. Snuffy, Hapgood, Skunky Hapgood, Nico Brain Hellman, Gerardo Infante, and Dr. Sad have started 5 games. Who's won the most? We've got a bunch of guys with 3. Kent Smith? Who the hell is that guy? I don't care about uniform. Give me team. Who you with? Kabul has Kabul bullpen guy has 4 wins to lead the league. Thumbing his nose at everybody right now. Who's leading the league in holds? Pablo Vasquez of Moscow. Woot, 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 woot. This is his inaugural year, by the way. Old Pablo Cruz Vasquez. This is his first year in the majors. The guy's like 30 years old. He just finally broke through. I love it. Hey, you're doing great. Who's leading the league in saves? Key West, Duchesne, 8 saves. Right behind him, Ben Abudin of False Bay, 6. Femister, 6. Otto Topelius of Dublin, the Dubsteppers, 6. Who leads the league in innings pitched? Gerardo Infante of Australia, followed by Dr. Sad of Australia. Who leads in strikeouts? Mustafa Kasib of False Bay. Naka is behind him and with 40. And Mason, man, everybody's ahead of you, man. Mason's got 31. Mason's had a good start this year. Who's hitting the batters the most? Dr. Sad. He's the wild thing. Okada is also hitting. I think that's hit batsman. Who's walking everybody? Jose Romero of Vegas. Who's allowed the most earned runs? Jose Romero of Vegas. Who's allowed the most total runs? Jose Romero of Vegas. Who's given up the home run ball? A bunch of guys. Boys Keane of False Bay. Baton Rouge is Eddie Maxwell. And dubstepper Ralph Weinstein. Let's see. Who's got the worst ERA in the majors? 2 guys. Buffalo's Munimori Takahashi and False Bay's Santiago Torres. Who has got the worst whip? Who's whipped? 3 guys. Takahashi of Buffalo, Torres of False Bay, and Steve Ledbrook of False Bay. Maybe False Bay just needs to make a couple of bullpen changes, and they'll be right there. Who has the best WAR so far? It's no question. Mustafa must have a Kasib. He's in a league of his own right now. Yep. All right, guys. Well, anyway, it's been real. It's been fun. It's been a lot of fun. Look at that. Pablo Cruz. Man, you almost in second place in K per 9. You the man. Yeah, go have a beer, Cruz. Ilya Karpenkov. This is some heady company right here, man. Outstanding. All right. You're A+, man. Oh, we got too many 999s. Oh, the first legit guy with an ERA+, Reginaldo Felitti, shouts out to this guy. 29 innings pitched, 4 starts, 2-0 for Key West, leading the Pirates to an astonishing second place in the South League. 0.62 ERA and 0.86 whip. Fantastic. All right, guys, that's going to do it. And I'll be back another day and another time and another way. Hope you liked it. Bye.